होमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। We are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, chapter 42 and verse number 6. So in the previous class we read how Krishna met the tailor and then went to the garland maker who gave them garlands, and Krishna blessed him and asked if he wants any boon. So he says that gave him bhakti. So bhaktim vavre. And Krishna blessed him and also gave him wealth, power, good health, and also for his family. So then they came and walked further and they saw Kubja and she gave them the angarag. So that's what we read in the previous sloka. So now it says Prasanno Bhagavan Kubjam Privakram Ruchirananam Rizvim Kartum Manaschakre darshayan darsane phalam. So Bhagavan was very pleased with her because he gave the ointment, sandalwood, etc. to Krishna Balaram, and therefore he decided to bless her and to make her straight. She was Trivakra, bent in three places, Kubjam Trivakram, Sarijvim Kartum Manaschakre. So he decided to make so that her body matches with her face, because she is called as Ruchirananam here also. Earlier also she was called Varanana. She had a beautiful face but crooked body. So he decided to fix her. And Darshayan Darshane Phalam. And he also wanted to show the result of his darshan, that how people benefit by seeing him or meeting him. So the commentary says, there is no commentary in this sloka. So next sloka describes how he straightened her. So padviham akramya prapade dvangalya uttana panina pragrihya chubke dhyatmam udani namat achyutaha. So this is very interesting. Which are they called? Chiropractors. They are the one who fix the back, right? So back, he is fixing the back. So what he did, that he pressed her front part of her feet with his feet, and took two fingers and put under the chin, and with the left hand held her and just cracked. That's what chiropractors also do, like that. They crack your back. So that's what he did. In just one crack, and she was straight. So padbhyam akramya prapade, by with his 2 feet, so that to make her stable, otherwise she will shake. So she is very fortunate that Krishna is standing on her feet. And dvayangal uttana panina, so lifted, keeping the hand up, and 2 fingers. And pragrihya, holding chubuk, and it's called chubuk. And the word adhyatmam is used here for body. Generally the word adhyatmam means spiritual, but here it means the body. And udani namat, and just pushed it up. So tasya prapadehe padagridvayam padbhyam apidya. So putting his 2 feet on the front part of her feet and pressing them, apidya, dvayanguli ungala uttane unnate, and then raising 2 fingers. Yasmin tena panina chubike mukhasya adho bhage, putting it below the face. Dhritva adhyatmam deham unnamaya masa. And in this way he upraised her body. And that's how she became straight. Sa tadarja samanangi brihachroni payodhara mukunda sparshanat sadyo babhuva pramadottama. So then by this he became straight with very proportionate body and big breast and big hips. So this was the effect of touch of Krishna, and thus she appeared a very beautiful lady, Pramadottama. So tadaiva riju samana mangam yasyasa. So it was just one treatment. She didn't have to go again and again. Just one time. Tato rupa gunadharya sampanna prahe keshavam uttriyantamakrisya smayanti jata hrichaya. But now comes the problem. So you do favor to somebody, then person puts you into trouble. So now he got into the trouble. So now she became a beautiful lady, so she wants a beautiful man. And he's right there. So it says that Tada tato rupa guna audarya sampanna prahakeshvam. So now she became endowed with beauty, good quality, generosity, and she spoke to Keshava, Krishna, as follows. Utriyantam akrishya smayanti jata hrichaya. So she held Krishna's cloth, chadar, end of the chadar, and pulled it, and her heart was incited with the lust feelings, jata hrichaya. So therefore she was smiling and trying to seduce Krishna. So hey Veera, no, there is no commentary on this. So this is what she said. Ehi Veera griham yamo netvam tyaktum ihotsahe tvayonmathit chittaya prasida purushashabha. So she said that, oh hero, let's go home. Why? Because I'm unable to give you up. You have agitated my mind, so be pleased with me, O best of the men. So she is inviting that let's go home here, not be here. Hey Veera iti. So she is calling him as Veera. Veera means hero. And according to Sahitya, there are 4 types of heroes. Right? Anybody knows which are the 4 types? Veera. 4 types of Veera, not 4 types of hero. Those are 4 types of hero.
Pranveer, Dharmaveer.
One more. So Dayaveer.
Karamveer.
वो तो तू है यार. करमवीर वरमवीर कुछ नहीं होता है. So Dharmaveer means one who is heroic in performing religious duties. Danveer, who is heroic in giving charity like Bali Maharaj. And Yuddhaveer, that is the Veer. Generally we think of Veer, one who is good at fighting like Arjuna. And Dayaveer. So these are the 4 types of Veer. But here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Krishna is 5th type of Veer. So that's what he says. He says, Anye dharma veeradya bhavanti tvam tu strijan dharma dhvansa veero bhavasi iti bhava. He says there are others are Dharmveer, Danveer, Yuddhaveer, Dayaveer, but you are Dharma dhvansa veer. You are hero in destroying the religion of women. So that's the 5th type. So she must have heard the stories of Raja. So now Krishna says, why are you inviting me to your house? Do you have dinner ready? Because we are hungry. So he says, Nanu tvam ehi ityadina bhojanartham eva mam nimantrayasi kim. So he is a Brajvasi, wants to eat. So he says, are you inviting me for dinner? Tatraha, no. He says, no, don't have this type of religion. So na tvam tyaktum, he says no. So she says that na tvam tyaktum ihotsavi, that I cannot give you up. त्वदुक्तया तु लोका ह्य राजमार्गे हसन्तः अन्यथा संभावन्ति तस्मादेवं मा avadi. So then Krishna says that if you speak like this, then all the people here on the road, they will laugh at you and they will think otherwise. Anyatha sambhavanti, that voice is calling. So please don't talk like that. So then she replies, Tvaya unmathita iti. He says, what can I do? My mind has been agitated by you. Tarhi tvaya machittam katham utkarshena mathitam iti taveva ayam sparsha dosho namamiti va. So this is because it is you by your prowess who have agitated my mind. So therefore it is the flaw in your touch. You touched me and that's why I feel like this. So don't blame me for this. So prasida purushashubha. Saptami arthe shashti. This I don't know why this shashti is there. Anumathit chittaya, and he says this should be saptami. Satvaya anumathit chitte. Okay, he wants to say that I am the one who is agitated, so please be pleased on me. Tvaya anumathit chittaya, instead of chittaya should be chitte. Prasida, that give your blessings on me. So it should be seventh case, but sixth is used here. Evam striya yachyamanah Krishno Ramasya pashyatah mukham vikshyanuganam cha prahasan stam vachah. So he was put in a difficult situation. So therefore when you take service from somebody, first think. If you take service, as they say in English that there is no free lunch anywhere, so you can get into trouble. So he took service by taking the angarag. Now he got into the trouble. That's how it comes, slowly. So now what to do, how to get out of this situation? So he says that evam striya yachyamana. In this way he was begged by that lady. Krishna was begged by her. Ramasya pashyata, and Balaram was looking. So it is very embarrassing situation, because his elder brother is standing there and this woman is right in the open asking, let's go home. And the friends are also there. So now what to do? Although he has already paid her by making her straight, but now another problem is coming. You solve one problem, leads to another problem. So you have to fix that. So he was looking at his friends and he was laughing, and then he spoke as follows. So Krishna is he is the good judge of time and situation and how to handle it. So he speaks. So why he was looking at their faces, Krishna Balaram. So Ramasya pashyata, Balaram was also seeing and he is seeing. So he said, Bho Arya, Bho Sakhayascha, Kim adhunapi yusmakam mukhani hashyarnave ne viplutani. So he's saying that, my dear brother Balaram and my friends, how is that you people are not still laughing? He says, this woman is a joke and you are looking so serious. You should all be laughing. So just see what he is saying. So he is speaking like that. So he is looking at them and laughing. He says, how is it that your faces have not become drowned in the ocean of laughing? You should laugh so much that people will think what went on here. So mukhani hasyanave ne viplutani pashyata nayam stri murti. Just see, she is not a woman. Don't think that she is a woman. What is she? Kintu hasya rasa eva yusman kautikinye gyatva militum upkramte mathurapuriya hasya vedagdheyam. He says she is the personified of hasya rasa and not a woman. And she has understood that you are all very playful. So knowing this, she is making an effort here and expressing her expertise in the hasya ras, because she is the expert hasya rasika of Mathurapuri. So Mathurapuriyaha hasya vedagdhiyam, that this woman is the most expert, what you call, those who are expert in hasya rasa, comedian, stand-up comedy. So she is not only stand-up comedy but walking comedian. So they have these days shows, what to call that, reality show, right? Reality. She is a reality show because she is on the road. Athva swam parichayati iti bhava. So either you can think like this, that she is just speaking like this to make you all laugh, or she is introducing herself. Who is she? So now you got her introduction. She is inviting everybody for dinner, because she used plural. She did not say that only you come, although ehi is ekvachan, right? But he is saying griham yama, so there is not dual but plural. That so you come means everyone come, ehi, and let's go home, we'll have a nice dinner. So that can be another meaning, otherwise why plural here? But then she turns to Krishna and says, Tvam tyakto me hotsa. Eshyami te griham subhruhu punsham adhi vikarshanam sadhitartho grihanam na panthanam tvam parayanam. So he said that, yes, oh one with beautiful eyebrows, I will come to your house, but I will come after I have completed my job. Sadhito artha. I have come here for some work. I am not on a picnic. I have some important work to do. So sadhito artha, first I do that. So it shows that Krishna is fixed on his goal, not that, okay, let's have some fun and we'll think what happens later. So he's fixed for what he has come. So and then after that you can have party. So he says sadhito artho yashyami te griham, that once my artha, my job is done, then I will come to your house. Your house is punsham adhi vikarshanam, which gives solace to men, and we are without house. We are just wandering on the road. We are only panthanam, we are just travelers, right? We are visitors to this city. We don't have a home here, so we need some place to rest, but not now. So we will take shelter of you. Tvam parayanam. So Kubjam Prati प्रियो अयम माम स्वीकरोति रामादीन प्रति तु ग्राम्याम स्त्रियम इमाम अयम कृष्णो वंच्यति इति द्योतन आह. So Krishna is making or giving two messages. So one message is to Kubja, who is no more Kubja now. She should be called Akubja now, right? She is not anymore Trivakra. Now she is Atrivakra. So he is giving a message to her that she likes me. Kubjam prati priyo ayam mam svikaroti. That Krishna is my dear and he is accepting me. And to Balram and etc. he is saying that this woman is very uncultured. Gramyam striyam imamayam Krishna vanchayati. And therefore Krishna is tricking her like this. Means they both got different message from his words. Because people take message according to their own mood. So she took the message that he has accepted me. That's why he says that he will come to my house. And the friends and they thought that he is tricking her like this so that she goes away and then we'll move on. Eshyami iti punsham iti bahuvachanena tam prati parihasa. So plural is used here, punsham. So this is making jokes. Sadhita artheti kansvadhadi avashyak krityam kritva. So what is my artha, what is the purpose, why I have come here? He says I have primarily come to kill Kamsa. And once I have done that, then I will come. Nischinto bhutva samaya sanketasya vyanjita. So he has also given time when he will come. Says after killing Kamsa, then I will be free from my burden or a thought that I have this job to do. So first things first. Agrihanam na griham griham ityahu grihini griham iti uchyate iti nyayena akrita dharanam. So he says that we do not have any house. So Vishwanath Chakravarti takes another meaning of this. Because in Sanskrit there is a saying that na griham griham ityahu grihini griham iti uchyate. That house is not called house. It is wife who is called house. And we don't have a house means we are unmarried. So indirectly by Vyanjana Vritti, Krishna is telling that yes, I am not married. So I will visit you. And we are all not married. So he is using plural. Because none of them was married. Agrihanam. And no asmakamiti, or the meaning of plural is something else. He is only talking about himself, but he is using plural. So why he is using plural? That we are also royal people. So we speak in plural. In Sanskrit, in Hindi, big people don't use singular case for themselves. They use plural. So we are also Rajputras. We are also princes. Because he is son of Vasudev. Krishna Balram and Krishna both. So no asmakamiti Rajputratvad atmana adarena khalu ekatve api bahuvachanam. So there is a sutra in Harinamrita Vyakaran for, right? That other visheshe bahutvam, to give more respect he used plural. Comes in the very beginning. Check. I think it says Adaradhikya. सा मन्यते स्म पंथानम इति गोकुले स्वनगरे मम गोप्यो अनुरागिण्यो वर्तन्ते तथात्र पुर्याम अपरिचितायाम न कश्चन. He says we are just travelers, visitors in Gokula in my own time. I have many gopis who love me, but here in this Puri there is nobody. I don't know anyone here. So Pujyavachibyastva asmadastva gaurvayapya. That is Pujyavachi Tvaadharadhike. So Kevalam Tvameva Ekanuragani Prapta. So here in the whole city of Mathura, only you who have love for me. Taprati Anuragasya Vyanjita. In this way, Krishna has also expressed her love towards her. Ramadinstu Bahuvachnena Adipadena Pathipadena cha Prayuktena Krishna etam Asmi Kurvan. And as far as Balram and friends are concerned, they will take the following meaning. And what is that meaning? Because he is using plural and not singular for Agrihanam, Panthanam, Pumsham, etc. So by all these words, he is saying as if he is not interested in him, otherwise he should use singular. So basically he is trying to show double meaning in this sloka, one for Kubja and other for the cowherd people. Samanya Vanitatu Lakshan Gali Pradhanena Enam Anabhigyam Tiraskaroti iti Pratyayamase. So to them, Krishna is showing that she is just an ordinary woman who is behaving like this, and as if he is using Gali means abusive word by calling that your house is a place for rest for man and so on, and thus disrespecting her in their eyes. So these are the two different meanings. So now she got rid of her, and then he moves on. Visrijya madhavya vanya tam brajan marge vanik pathaihi nana upayana tambula shragandhai sagrajorchitaha. So in this way, by speaking sweet words, Krishna left her, and then he moved further onto the path. And on the path, many shopkeepers were there. It's like you go to Loi Bazaar. So there are shops on both sides, so like that in Mathura also. So then all the shopkeepers, they came and they brought various types of gifts to give to Krishna and Balaram, especially tambul, garland, fragrant things, and worshipped him along with Balaram, Sagraja Orchita. Madhavya, Madhurya. So Madhavi means sweet here. Honey-like words. Madhu means honey, and that which is laden with honey is called Madhavi. Speech, sweet words. So Vanik Pathair, Vaishnavair, Vanijya, Vartma, Vartibhir, Nana Jatibhir ityartha. So Vanik Pathai means these are all shopkeepers, but they were all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavai. And they were Vanijya Vartibhi. They were all on that street, which was basically bazaar. So where there are shops, so he walked through that. And then they all came and respected him. Taddarshana smarakshobhadatmanam navidan striyah vishrasthavasa kabra valya lekhya murtayah. And the ladies, they also saw Krishna and Balaram, and by seeing Krishna, their minds were agitated and they forgot themselves. And because of that, their dresses were not in proper place, their hair or braids were loosened, and so were also their bracelets. And they stood, some of them stood just like paintings, Lekhya Murtaya. So Tesham Striyam Tu Param Bhakta. So among all these men and women who came, women, they were supreme devotees of Krishna. So they had so much love for him. And in this sloka, when there is love, there are 10 different states. So 9 are described here. Chakshuragah pratham chitta sangas tathot sankalpah nidra chedas tanuta vishaynivrittis trapanasha unmado murcha mritir eta smardasa dasaiva shur iti kal kramod bhavishnu rapi smardasa sadyeva prapu. So there are 10 states which manifest out of love depending on the intensity of love. The first is the raga or love which manifests in the eyes of the lady. That is the first, Chakshu Raga Pratha. And then Chitta Sanga, then attachment in the mind. And then Sankalpa, that will to meet. And then the fourth one is Nidra Cheda, loss of sleep. And the fifth is Tanuta, weight loss. No need to go to the gym and do all kinds of intermittent fasting, this, that. Just love all itself makes you lose weight. These days people are gaining weight, right? This is the reason. Obesity is a big problem all over the world now because the level of love has gone down. Previously people did not gain weight because of love. Love keeps you trim and slim. So that says Tanuta. And Vishanivritti, and there is disinterest in sense enjoyment, and Trapanasha, and there is also loss of modesty. And then comes 3 more which are troublesome. Unmada, that is madness, and Murcha, fainting, and 10th one, death, collapsing. So 9 of them are manifest here. These are called Smaradasha, or the 10 states of love, or Cupid, Smar also Cupid. So generally they take time, they don't manifest immediately like that. But here he says that for them they manifested immediately. Sadyeva prapuriti aha tad darshaneti. So that is being described, that just by looking at Krishna, they instantaneously manifested the 10 states of love. So Atmanam Navidan, they did not know who they are, they forgot. Kavayam kva vartamahe kim kurmahe iti anusandhana ansandhatum akshama. They were unable to think like who are we, where are we, and what are we doing. So their mind was totally in commotion because of love. And Trapanash Paryanta Dasha Ukta. So their states have been described up to Trapanas, which is 7th state. There is no description of Unmad, Murcha and Mriti here, but the first 7 are described. So Vishrasta iti Vasasa Valyanam cha Vishrasa. So Vishrasta means your dress getting upheavaled, and also their ornaments. And smara vega janita karshyaatishayat. So why it happened that their dresses got displaced, and also their bangles, bracelets, etc. Because they became thin. So if you become thin, then bangles come out and your skirt becomes loosened. So kabara vishransastu mahakampa gatra motana bhutala lotana adi amrdat. So what about the braid? Why braid became loosened? Okay, cloths became loosened, their ornaments became loose. Why the braid? He says because their body was shaking and they were rolling on the ground, and because of that the hair were disheveled. So motan and lotan. Gatra motan means stretching the body, and bhutana lotan, which means rolling on the ground. So this is what happened to them. And then Esheva Unmado Ashtamaha. So he says this also you can think of the eighth one as Unmad or madness, along with Trapanash. Tatascha lekhyas chitranyasta murtayo yasam ta iti murcha navami. And then the ninth one is the murcha. So that is described that they stood there like statues. So that means that they lost their consciousness. Dasmi tu amangalatvat prembati nam prayo na bhavati iti prancha. So the 10th one generally does not manifest, because that becomes inauspicious. So this was also described in the 29th chapter when Krishna played flute, and there it was described that some of the gopis were not allowed to join. So then they gave up their body. Then it is described that they did not give up physical body. That will be inauspicious. So tataha pauran prichamano dhanusha sthanamachyutaha tasmin pravishto dadrishe dhanurendramivadbhutam. So Krishna basically wanted to send a message to Mathura Vasis, because many of his relatives were there and some of them were worried what will happen now. Kamsa is going to cause harm, or he is going to create trouble for us also. Also some people may turn against the cowherd people, because Kamsa may also have his own followers. So he wanted to send a message to everybody that don't think that we are just cowherd people. We are here to show who we are. So he is impressing. So that's why that washerman, he washed him. हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना ऐसे, उसको धो दिया, बोलते हैं ना, so धोबी को धो दिया, लाइन पे लगाया. So whole Mathura will know that Dhobi is gone, because he was being very proud. और अब धनुष को धोएंगे. Now this was called Dhanush Yagya. There was a bow, very big one, supposed to be of Shiva. So Krishna will break that before anything and fix all the people who are protecting it. So that's where he went. He asked people, where is this bow? We have heard that there is a big festival, we want to have a darshan of this bow. So they said, oh, you can go to this side. So he went there. Tataya Paurana Prichamano Dhanusha Sthanam Achyutah. So he asked the people of Mathura, where is this Dhanush, this bow? And then Tasmin Pravishto Dadrishe Dhanurindram Ivadbhatam. So he entered that area and he saw the bow, which was huge bow like the bow of Indra. And then what he does is Purushair bahubhir guptam marchitam param mardhimat Varyamano nribhi Krishna prasahya dhanuradade. So this Dhanush was being worshipped and was being protected by many people. So Purushair bahubhir guptam architam. There are many people who are protecting it, like guarding it, and this was also being worshipped. And this was Paramardhimat. It was like a very opulent bow, just like people, royal people, they have their swords, then they're also having nice handle, right, studded with gems. It's like an ornament also in their hand. It's not just ordinary sword with a simple handle. And they will have a nice scabbard with a lot of work, artistic work on it. So this bow was also like that. It was not so much for fighting but for show. It's called a show bow. Because with who is going to fight with? It's so heavy that nobody was able to lift it. That's why it was more for worship. So it was being worshipped. So he went there and there were guards there and he wanted to go near and they stopped him. He says, no, you are not allowed there. Do you have a pass? He says, no. But I have been invited. I am a guest. He says, no, you cannot go there. So he pushed the guy back. He says, get off my way. So Varyamano Nirbhi, many men were trying to stop him. But he did not stop. And he went and he just lifted it. It's like that. And then he broke it. So there is no comment. Prasahyam balat, forcefully. So forcefully he lifted it. I mean, he could lift Govardhan Hill, so what is this? Just a bow. So forcefully he lifted the bow, and then what did it? Did Karena Vamena Salila Mudritam Sajjam Chakritva Nimishena Pashyatam Nirnam Vikrishya Prabhabhanja Madhyato Yathekshu Dandam Madara Kari Urukramaha. So he lifted it with the left hand and then he put the string on it with the right hand, and he did it very quick, because to put a string on such a bow you have to bend it with it needs a lot of power. Like Arjuna had Gandiv, not everybody could put a string on that. It needs a lot of strength because it has to be tight, otherwise it won't get the power. So in a Nimesha, just blinking of eye, when people were looking, he already Sajjam put the rope on it, and Nirnam Vikrishya Parvavanja Madhyato, and then he pressed it further and broke it from the middle. And how he broke it? He broke it just like a mad elephant breaks the sugar cane stick. So you have the sugar cane, so when you eat it, sugar cane khaya kabhi, so you break it from the middle. So like that he broke. And then he gave one part to Balram and he had and he started hitting everybody. So that's what he did. So Nirnam Pashyata Prabhabhanjaiti Ham ho lokashvata chara mahima Dardhimakameta deva Dhanu pujyate yusmakam ragya. So he broke the bow when people were looking. So why he broke when they were looking? Because he wanted to tell them that, oh, people, this is the bow you are talking so much. You heard so much glories about this bow. That Kamsa has this bow and this is so powerful and this is strong. Srutachara Mahima Dradhimaka. So Dradhimaka means it's very strong, you cannot break it. He says, I didn't even break it, it broke just by my touch. Don't blame me. I just lifted it and it broke. He says, Pujyate Yusmakam Ragya. He says, your king is worshipping this. Idam tu mat pani sparsh matra naiva vidirna. He says, but I touched it and it broke down. Looks like termites have eaten it up. You people are only worshipping it. You're not seeing that from the backside the termites are eating it. Right? You only come from the front, do agarbatti flower and go away, but it's being eaten. So he says, Guna Jirnam eva uplabdham iti pravach. He says, don't blame me, don't go and tell your king that I broke it. He says, this was completely empty from inside, it was hollow, because the termites had a nice feast on it. So this is what it did. Dhanusho bhajya manasya shabdah kham rodasi dishaha puryamasayam shritva kansha trasam upagamat. So this is what he wanted, that when he broke it, it made a very big noise, heavy sound, and the sound was heard by everybody. Dhanusho bhajya manasya shabdam kha rodasi disha. So the sound went in all directions, up in the sky. Everybody heard. It was a huge noise. And Purya Masayam Shritvak. So when Kamsa heard it, his heart missed a beat out of fear. So he became full of fear, because that's how he will die. Bhayat Kamsa. Dveshat Chadyade Nrupa. Krishna did not kill him, he died out of fear only. So Krishna is instilling fear in Kamsa's heart, so that he doesn't have to do much. Tadrakshina sanuchara kupita tatayinaha grihitu kama avavru griyatam badhyatam iti. So the guards of the bow, they all came running there along with the other servants, and they were very angry, and they started shouting that catch this guy, tie him down, kill him. So they came to catch him, Grihitu Kama, Avabru. So that's where they came. They surrounded him from all sides. He had the bow in his hand, and Balram was there, and they surrounded, made a circle around that, catch him and tie him, and we'll take him to Kamsa. So he is in the center, and they are all around him, and they are shouting. So what did he do? Atatan durabhiprayan vilokya balake shabau kruddhau dhanvan adaya shakle tansya jagnatu. So both of them, they took two parts of the bow, and with that they started hitting them who had the bad intention to tie them, durabhiprayan vilokya. So they both got angry, and dhanvan adaya, taking the bow, shakle tansya jagnatu. So they started hitting them, and killing them. That's what they did. Balam cha kamsa prahitam hatva shala mukha tatah niskramya cherito hristo niriksha purasampadaha तयोस्तदद्भुतं वीर्य निशम्य पूर्वाशिन त्रेजय प्रागल्भ्यं रूपं च मेनुरो विबुधोत्तमै. So what did Balaram do? So he had sent Kamsa, he sent his army and said that you go and kill these people. So these two brothers, they stopped them at the gate of the Yagashala and killed every one of them. Somewhere it is described that 12,000 people came and they were all killed. Balancha comes prahitam hatva shala mukhattata viniskramya. And then they came out happily and went in the city, because now everybody knows that these people have broken the bow and they have killed the army. So everybody started praising them. Tayostad adbhutam viryam nishamya purvasina. So the residents of Mathura, they heard the valorous act of these two brothers and their prowess and their audacity, that how they are fearless. They just walk around, they did not have any weapons or anything. And on top of that they were very beautiful, rupam cha menire, so they thought that these are the best of men. So there is not much commentary on this. Sanucharam Krishnam grihitu kamaha badhyatam bruvana avagru. So along with the servants, all the guards came and said that kill them, kill them. Vagdevi matetu asmad vidho jana badhyatam. And according to Saraswati, the meaning is that we should be killed. Dhanvato dhanusha shakle dve khande grihitva. They took the two parts of the bow in their hands and smashed everybody. Viryam balam tejah prabhave vibhudottamo Vishnu rudra vasudev sankarshana. So the people thought that they are Vishnu and Shiva, these two brothers, or they are Vasudev and Sankarshan. That is the meaning of Vibhudottama. And we will stop here. If any question? Yeah.
Babaji, in verse 14, Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that among all Madhura Vasis, the ladies are the best. Does he count Kubja among them? Does he count Kubja among the ladies of Mathura?
Yes. Why you have problem?
Yeah, I just remember that we studied in Priti Sandarbha that Kubja's Priti is considered as a spiritual karma, and that's why she is not to be praised or followed, and that's why here I was wondering if the Priti of
they are better than so many other. What is there? She is very fortunate. Raj Vinodani ji.
Babaji, this chapter seems to be a study in how people approach Krishna. Different moods, different bhavs. So how about the vendor, the garland maker? He seemed to express a type of general bhav. Is that right, or is he in Dasya bhav?
Dasya. Because
And in the case of
he also prayed like that. He worshipped them. He did puja to them, if you remember, and praised them that you are supreme. Yes.
Now the case of Kuja, like Narottam was saying, she's very interesting. Does she have desire for Krishna mixed with her own desire, or is it strictly for her own pleasure that she wants Krishna?
Yeah, she has her own desire.
Okay.
So
What would be the designation of her?
this is called Sadharani. You know the three divisions?
Yes.
Sadharani, Samanjasa, Samartha. So she comes in the Sadharani. Sadharani means general, normal, not very special. Sadharani also is used for what you call city girl.
So these are eternal associates of Krishna. Will they have a place with him in Vaikuntha? Where would they go?
Mathura. Mathura is eternal. Well, Krishna Sandarbha, you read Dwarka, Mathura, they are eternal places.
Yes.
About Sudama, if you see verse number 51 of the previous chapter, so then he says that he said he wanted friendship with his devotees. So his servant, you can say.
Thank you.
Sandeep.
Whenever this bow, is it like in Ramayana also this Shiva's bow is there, so is it different?
Yes,
Or same?
different.
Some.
Yeah, this is different.
But there also it is Shiva's bow, which is also by Sri.
Yeah, he can have more than one. Just like good cricket players have many bats, right? When
But
they,
the Shiva's bow is named as Pinaka, no?
that he will not give to anybody.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay.